Hi everybody, welcome to Stalking the Wild Autoharp. This is the third video that I've made today, which is why I'm dressed the same. I used to change clothes in between video takes so that it all looked like I made them on different days. But now I'm just making them in a set because these are all related videos. This is the third in this series about meeting your goals for 2020 and for 2021. It's actually still 2020 when I'm making this, folks, but you're seeing it in 2021. Anyway, it's all about setting the goals and achieving the goals. And one of those things is being more organized in practice. And last week we talked about a gear kit, corralling all your stuff and keeping it together in a practice area. There's a lot more that we could say about that. But one of the things that I promised was to talk about the repertoire list. And this also kicks into how you're going to organize your lyric sheets and your music so that it is handy and easy to get to and easy to see and easy to read and not too much work to maintain or to drag around with you if you need to carry it to another gig. So I think those are really two different topics. There's your list and there's the music sheets themselves. So let's talk today about the list. And I went just now and I looked for my list, which I usually kept in my file box. I'm going to show you my file box now. And I actually showed this in another video back in 2018. Fall of 2018, I remember. Anyway, this is my file box. It is full of file folders. Each one has lyrics in it. Let me just pull one out at random here. We'll see what we get. Can't see, what is it? Hesitation Blues. Now, Hesitation Blues is a song that I remember how the music goes and I can play it right off. But I can't remember all the lyrics for all the verses. And the only way that I could do that would be if I kept it in a rotation, a practice rotation. And so this is lyric sheets. How do you organize those? That I'm going to save for another video. But I'm going to talk about this rotation of practice and your repertoire list and how the list can drive your practice through a rotation of songs so that you touch on them on a semi-regular basis so that you can keep them in practice and hopefully keep them in memory. So the rep list is a list basically of the songs that you know how to play. And depending on how long you've been playing, whether it's just playing Autoharp or playing any instruments, that's a different topic. But songs that you know how they go and you know how to play them. Some of these songs that go on this list will be new songs. And those are the ones that you're currently practicing a lot because you're trying to learn them. Some of the songs that are going to go on this list are sort of middle-aged songs, songs that you have been playing long enough that you can now get through them with some degree of reliability and memorization, hopefully. Different topic, but okay, and this is part of that. But you know them. You've been playing them for a while. That's the middle-aged songs. And then there are the old songs, maybe even songs that you know so well that you don't feel the need to practice them all the time. I call that the back burner. These are songs that For me, these are songs that I learned like in my 20s and 30s, and I've been playing them consistently or semi-consistently ever since. I know them really well because I learned them when I was young. And for some reason, our brains remember that stuff easier. They're songs that I really know well, and I've been playing them for a long time. And there's even songs that I used to play, and when it comes to remembering them, it's like now I don't remember them so well. Why? Because I let them fall out of practice. I let them go too long, and they fell into the background. Maybe I didn't like them, so they don't even deserve to be on the list anymore. But they're songs that I once knew, that I once played. What I'm getting to is that there's 3 different categories on this song list, and you can use that strategically to drive your practice. And what I mean is that make a list. Think of every song you know. Probably going to take a while, especially if you've been playing for a while. If you're new, you might know 5 songs. But when you learn a new song, put it on the list. Put it on the list as a new song. The new songs are the ones that you are going to practice every time you sit down. You're going to play them. Let's not call them practicing, because that sounds so formal. We should be having more fun than that. Let's just call it songs that you need to play constantly because you're working them up. So that's let's call that group number 1, the new songs. Then there's group number 2, the middle-aged songs, groups that you kind of have under your belt, and you still play them pretty regularly. And this is where it gets fun, because you can practice all of your new songs and then practice some of your middle-aged songs in a practice session. And so you're keeping those fresh, and you're going through, maybe you even have a way of marking where you left off, and you go through those songs in a rotation so that you're touching on them on a regular basis, keeping them fresh, because they're not so old that you know them by heart, and they're part of you now. They're part of your ethos in life. They're part of your soundtrack. That's group 3. Group 3 is the ones that you know so well that you don't feel like you have to go pulling them out all the time to keep them fresh, because you've really worked them in. Now, how long does that take? I don't know. But I definitely have songs that I can do on the fly, sort of by the seat of my pants. Sometimes some of the lyrics are gone, but that's the point of this list, is so that you can look at this list and you see all 3 categories, and you can see some songs that, wow, there's a song that I haven't done in a while. I better do that. And you can play these songs. Plus, it keeps it interesting, because you're not playing the same 5 to 10 songs all the time. You're going back and you're finding some of these older songs in your repertoire, and you're revisiting them, and you're bringing your new chops to them, and you're bringing new, fresh energy. So you're pulling off all 3 lists. Now, you don't have to have 3 pieces of paper, though you can. This is up to you. My list is, there's over 200 songs on it, in various states. And when I went to pull my list to show it to you, I couldn't even find it, which is part of my New Year's resolution. I need to get more organized about my practice, hence the gear kit, hence my music system. So there you have it, folks. That is a model of your repertoire list that's constantly growing. You probably want to keep it in a computer so that you can add to it and move things out of the new list to the middle-aged list, to move stuff out of the middle-aged list to the old list. Maybe you can even have some kind of marker so that it can show, when's the last time I played that song? That's getting a little bit retentive, But that's up to you and how much you like to do that kind of thing. But it would be great for me. I'm going to have to redo my list because it was, well, I'll have to look. Maybe it's on my Google Drive. Maybe I've got it out there somewhere. But it needs to be updated for sure, and it needs to be revisited. And so there you have it. There's some ideas for keeping your repertoire list, which should be part of your gear pack, your gear kit, when you put that together, so that you've got it and you can refer to it. What am I going to practice next? Boom, there it is. So you don't have to sit there and go, okay, what were those songs I'm working on? And then all of a sudden, 6 months later, you go, oh yeah, I was supposed to be practicing that song. If you use this system, you will keep track of all that, and you'll see it, and you go, time to practice that song. So there you have it. That's the rep list part of the gear pack that for more efficient practicing. So I want to thank you. My name is Hal Weeks. I teach Autoharp online via Zoom, via Skype, via webcam in general. You can find out about that through halweeks.com. If you like this show and you want to be a patron, you can give back a little bit by going to either my website, and it will direct you to my Patreon, where you can kick in a few bucks on a monthly basis. I want to say thank you to my current patrons and the ones who've been with me now for years. And until next time, I'm Hal Weeks for Stalking the Wild Autoharp. Bye-bye.